Listen, I hate worms, but nothing can compare to how much I hate Mega Squads for supers. Every time I go for a jungler or desert super, we always need a huge Mega Squad because M28 packing his Ultra Zones way too tight. The problem? Nobody knows where the super is. Obviously, there's those few select people with S Compass, including me, but honestly, it's helpless. Everybody decides to follow a random direction because the first person to say where the super is, and we end up looping the whole way around the damn desert just to die in a corner. The entire time I'm just thinking, why won't they listen to me? And why won't they listen to the S Compass? They're either all brainless or speaking a whole different language than me, I swear. After the whole struggle of redirecting the Mega Squad, we always end up at a stupid sandstorm. Why do we always find a sandstorm? We're never going to kill them, and if we do, then we're all going to get 3 mythics. I go to desert just to fight a super cactus or super beetle, not a sandstorm. I don't want it. Stop spawning super sandstorms in the way, please. Before I move on from Mega Squads, the last thing I need to complain about is the new Yig cooldown. For anyone who doesn't know, when being Yigged, you must now wait 30 seconds after your death before you can be Yigged again. Therefore, when I die and get Yigged directly into an Ultra Scorpion missile, there's nothing I can do. I just have to sit there and pray that the Mega Squad moves slow enough for the long ass Yig cooldown to be over before I'm left behind. Next up, I want to talk about the pay to win factor. Pay to win has never been a huge part of the game before these recent months. There was only these few people that came to mind, like Manfred and potentially Ooga Booga, if anybody remembers him. But for some reason, everyone with a fat wallet started playing this game and decided that this is what they want to spend their money on. There have been so many supers bought in the past 3 or 4 months that M28 probably has a garage full of cars, each dedicated to a pay-to-win player. People like Umit, Bahaili, and Zemist, and plenty of others were all the start of this. People have also started buying uniques, as in buying 5 or more of the same super. It kind of feels like Mimic and Fragment were added just for M28 to make money, but I'm not one to judge. He knew people would spend it, though. I just had to throw that out there. Personally, I don't have too big of an issue with it because it hardly changes how I play. It just feels like you need to spend your whole life AFKing or farming this game or spend thousands of dollars just to have an inventory considered mediocre by the standard. None of it makes sense. On the other hand, there's actually exciting news for the game. There's a portal up in the top right of garden now. It's been there for a few days, blocked off by an invisible wall, but from the floor map we know that leads to a map called Battlegrounds, and we had visited from, prior M28 events. Supposedly, this zone is supposed to spawn mech flowers dropping Mimic and Battery. I've got high hopes for this factory biome that could come out. We fought Mech Wasp and gotten Mecha Missiles, as well as players such as Teddy Bear searching through the files and finding Mecha Spider and Mecha Spooky, whatever that is. Somewhat related to all this, honestly, I feel myself slowly drifting away from the game, mostly because I don't feel like I'm making any progress. People were able to buy their way to the point that I arguably worked hard for. Not to mention that sometimes super hunting, which is the only thing I find fun left in the game, is pointless due to Bahaili and his unique corruption. Like, seriously, it just feels like a waste of my time for 2 to 4 mythics. Okay, that's actually all I have to yab about for now. In the background, I've had my best S bio run running. I'm just gonna show you how that ends.